Today on the bus this morning, I was literally like freaking out. I was so self-conscious of myself, and that's because just before leaving my house in the morning, I just put on a few sprays of this cologne, which I really like, and I just bought it and it like smelled so sweet, so amazing. And I was like, you know what? Why not? It's the first day back to school. I might as well just wear it. And I put on the bus. It went well for the first 20 minutes. I could smell myself. Wasn't anything too crazy. It was pretty decent. But then after this 20th minute was up, a lot of more people started to come on the bus. And I was like, maybe this wasn't the best idea, just because the bus is a pretty confined space, obviously. And you don't want to be covering the whole bus in like your smell or anything, even if it's a good smell. And what happened was some girls came and they were just sitting in the behind me and they were like sniffing the whole time and they were like mentioning something with the smell. That's the only thing I could remember. Because just to remind you, I don't watch my phone on the bus. I put my phone in the bag and I just watch the windows or do something. Don't even like listen to music or wear earbuds or anything. I just sit in total silence. But basically, yeah, I was like freaking out. I was like, oh no, bro. Am I like stink bombing the entire bus with my cologne? Now, obviously, I probably wasn't doing that. I only put barely any sprays, like not that many, not to fill out the whole bus, but it made me think that a lot of the problems that we have in life, a lot of the things that we are afraid that people will judge us, we always think that people are always thinking of us, right? Like I did in that moment. But the thing is, people are always thinking about themselves and what other people are thinking of themselves. So I think I probably overreacted in that situation just because I pulled out my phone and I was like asking ChatGPT help, bro. I think I like oversprayed my fragrance and like the whole bus is going crazy now. So I probably shouldn't have done that, but at least now I know. But it's always good to look at stuff from another perspective, right? For me, I was freaking out in the moment, but after I took a step back, I was like, you know what? Everyone's probably thinking about themselves. Okay, maybe I put a bit too much on, if that. And the problem's mostly inside my head, yeah. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Other than that, though, today was a pretty fantastic day. It was my first day back at school, and it was nothing special. But the really special part came when I went home, because I love routine. And what I did today was like a perfect representation of the routine that I write to myself. After I came home, I didn't eat any food, went straight to the gym, did a great workout, went to the shops, bought some stuff. I bought like a notebook, which I can use to write my video ideas and script. I bought like curl enhancing cream. I don't know what. It was on sale, so I just bought it. Just like, you know what? People have always been telling me to get like curl defining creams, and I was like, why not? And yeah, I bought a few other things as well. But it was really nice shopping by yourself and seeing what you need because I knew I spent like pretty decent amount of money in their shops, but I knew I could just spend the money in like some random other place. Like if you gave me the same amount of money like 2 years ago, I would probably spend it on like Minecraft or Roblox or like some technology. But I'm a bit older now, and now I know what I gotta spend it on. So I spend on really boring stuff like notebooks and stuff. But I'm grateful for it. Another thing was after I came back from the gym, it was like pitch black. So I was cycling and I couldn't really see where I was going just because my front light broke. And there were times where there were like no street lamps and I was cycling through a park at nighttime and I couldn't even tell if there was like a log on the ground or like a broken stick because it was like pitch black the ground. So I had to guess and luckily I made it without falling. And after I came home, I had like this online science class where we were discussing like some chemical properties, chemical balancing equations, and also some of the things that I've watched in like the movie Project Hail Mary, like how both the ships were like spinning at the same time because of the centrifugal forces, which like create a stable gravity and stuff. I think that's how it works. And something about how when like the alien gave Grace sign for oxygen, it was like two rings with eight like balls around it, which I'm pretty sure represent the electrons, because oxygen has two electron rings, and the first one has two electrons, and the second one has six. But it's just small things like that which help your understanding. And the reason that I'm doing this online tutoring, I would say, is not for the grades. It's not so I can get like a top score. It's just so I can learn, and like I find it interesting. And today I learned that one of my teachers from my school actually had a PhD from Harvard University, apparently. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. So I asked him a few questions. I was like, why did you want to go there? And like, did you meet any elite people there? And he was like, yeah, he did. And he was telling me about it, which is pretty interesting. Gotta say though, when I did go to the gym today, it was a leg day. It was my first leg day in so many days, probably in a few weeks, actually, 2 or 3 weeks. And so I got my headphones in, and I felt a bit distracted, honestly, but I hit a great workout. I was sweating a lot. It was pretty nice going all out. I would say though, they have like, although my performance, I wouldn't say has gone down, I would say my mind is more distracted, and I feel like physical training is a good way to make your mind, like you can train your mind at the same time, but if you're distracting it by listening to other things, it doesn't really help that much. So I'm definitely gonna try to reduce the amount of times I listen to stuff on my headphones. Other than that, though, I need to get to sleep in time because I have a very strict schedule and I want to wake up early tomorrow just so I can do like 20 minutes of meditation. But yes, yeah.